Good evening, everyone. Today is the 17th of June 2021, and I am Thomas Beyebenwo from City Law Solicitors. I'll be giving you final update on EU law. Now, as most of you are already aware, the 30th of June is the deadline for all applications to be submitted under the EU settlement scheme, because the UK left the European Union on the 31st of December 2020, and there was a grace period for all EU nationals and third country family members to make application under the settlement scheme up until June 30th, 2021. Today, I am going to give you a short update of some of the changes that has happened under the EU law, and I'll also take you through two main areas, which is family permit and making application under the settlement scheme in country. Now, I must say that it is still unsurprising that a lot of us are still not aware that all residence cards and permanent residence cards, including EU nationals who are living in the UK, if they've not made application by the 30th of June, then effectively they become illegal in the UK. It means that most of us might not be able to travel with our existing residence cards. But the advantage is that we still have 13 days to make application under the settlement scheme. So therefore, I am going to elaborate on some of the things that have happened. Now, those of us who watched my status would have noticed that I said I was going to talk about Zambrano and EU family permit. Now, normally when we say family permit under the European regulations, the family permit are normally applications that are made out country, where family members of EU nationals are initially issued 6 months visa to enter the UK, and upon arrival, they will be entitled to make subsequent application and be granted further 5 years on the same basis. Now, so as 30th of June is looming, when applications are being made, there are various categories of applications that can be made depending on the person's circumstances and what sort of relationship that person has with an EU family member. Now, most of you are already aware that extended family members have been excluded from the list of family members who can apply. But even within the family members who can now make applications, who are now entitled to make applications, there is this risk that if application is being made currently, there is applications that can be made under EU regulations, which equally ends by 30th of June. But the danger is that if, for whatever reason, you decide to make application for family permit under the EU regulations, then effectively, whether or not you are granted that leave, you will not be able to travel with that particularly, because all family permits issued under the EU regulations will not be valid for travel by after 30th of June or by 1st of July. So the category of application that whoever is making an effort to join a family member within this short span of period, which is the 13 days, is to make application for EU Settlement Scheme Family Permit application. So if you, for whatever reason, out of error, you make application under the EU regulations, then the risk is that you could still be issued with the permit, but you will not be able to travel with it because effectively those cards or permits are no longer valid for travel. So that is the danger for making application for family permit if one decides to make that application and accidentally makes the wrong application. But having said this, I will also go further to say that when we say 30th of June deadline or 30th of June 2021 deadline, that simply means that all applications being made must be submitted by midnight of 30th of June 2021. Now, so it means that some of you will say be making applications, but you will not be able to perhaps go for appointment for your fingerprints until perhaps maybe in July or in August. So it is significant that applications that are made by 30th of June. Now, why I'm saying this is that most of us are quite anxious and panicking. Now, if for whatever reason there is a little bit of delay, you need to make that application by 30th of June. Fortunately, owing to the fact that there is now online system, you can make your application, submit it, and then provide the supporting documents in due course in future. So it is significant that all applications are submitted by the 30th of June. So if the application is not submitted by 30th of June, then there's a likelihood that even though there are limited grounds, that people might be able to make applications after the 30th of June, but I don't want to go into it. I am encouraging everyone who hasn't made that application to make it by 30th of June. Otherwise, that person runs the risk of becoming illegal, including those who are already in possession of residence cards and permanent residence cards. Now, with those, having said this, with those who will be joining us from abroad, who have, as I've already explained, made the relevant application to join family members under the EU Settlement Scheme Family Permit. When those people arrive, whether they arrive in August or in September or whatever month they arrive in the UK, if their applications so made are successful, they will be entitled to make application within 3 months of arrival. So if you have your family member who is still abroad, it's still not too late. You are still entitled to make those applications by 30th of June. That family member can still join you either in July or August, even after the deadline. And even when that person has joined you in the UK, that person will still be entitled to make further applications within 3 months of arrival. Now, this explains the EU family permit and then settlement scheme family permit. But I'm going to give a quick update on Zambrano carers. And when we talk about Zambrano carers under the European law, they are parents who are sole parents of British children. So if you are a single parent of a British child, and for whatever reason, you want to make application on that basis under Zambrano, this category of people have been on roller coaster for a while. Initially, Home Office view was that they were entitled to make applications, and then the rule changed that those who had leave could not switch onto the Zambrano, because once they had leave, it simply implies that they were not going to be excluded by the 30th of June, because they will continue to stay in the UK on a different basis, on a different grounds. Now, the update is that the Court of Appeal has ruled that this exclusion was wrong. It means that it was unlawful for Home Office to have excluded Zambrano parents or applicants who are parents of British nationals. But I must admit that Home Office is still entitled to appeal this decision. But it means that within these 13 days that is left, if for whatever reason you want to make application under Zambrano, you could still make that application, because it's more likely that even if the application is refused for reasons that Home Office has provided in the past, the tribunal is likely to allow your appeal if the matter is pursued further in the immigration tribunal. So these are just short updates for our followers, and advice for everyone who is contemplating on either making family permit application, EU settlement family permit application, or making in-country EU settlement application, or making application on Zambrano on the basis that that person is a parent of British citizen. Now, having said this, I always conclude by saying that City Law Solicitors is always here to give you update of the law. Now, we specialize in different areas of law. We specialize in employment. If for whatever reason you are having problem with your employer, whether it is redundancy, redeployment, to pay, dismissal, constructive dismissal, our offices are open to you. You come to us for advice. Most of our cases are run on no win, no fee basis. For those of you who are going through divorce for whatever reason, or having difficulty having contact with their children, we specialize in family law. We are here to assist you. Father's Day is on Sunday. If you cannot see your child, I'm sure that nobody wants to be found in that situation. Come to City Law Solicitors, who will assist you to have contact with that child that you have been deprived of seeing. And above all, if you had accident that it was not your fault, City Law Solicitors is here to claim the compensation that you deserve. Thank you very much for listening and watching us tonight. Please share these videos to your loved ones, your friends who needs to also benefit from this cogent advice. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to follow us. Thank you.